if you're watching this, then congratulations. You survived. Not all of us are so lucky. My friends and family surely won't be around to watch this, or, well, just won't be around. But thank you for stumbling across this laptop and opening up this file. This is my first and last vlog, and decided to make it a eulogy of sorts, since nobody else is going to be around to give it. Not that I probably did anything worthy of it, but probably introduce myself. My name is Nikayla Schommer. I'm 19 years old, and I'm probably going to be dead by the time you watch this. But, I mean, it's kind of the end of times after all, right? Stuck in a bunker. Looks pretty bad. But I know you may not know me, and you probably don't care. I want to let you know that there were humans before your time. This is probably going to be decades in the future by the time somebody recovers this and gets power back into it, but it's probably going to be a long, long time, and all human records would probably be lost. So here's some preserved, just as a memory of one person, narcissistically created by one person, admittedly, but I wanted to show and preserve people over time, myself, some of my friends, but what humanity might have been like before, well, whatever it's like now. It's saddens me the way the world is now, because I loved everything in nature, from the trees to the grass, all the animals especially inhabited it. I loved things like frogs and snakes and spiders and bugs. That was weird, but they were all beautiful and amazing to me, and I could never get sick of watching life strive. But that being said, I've had a lot of positive experiences with nature, and I like to share those experiences with others. I was the type of person who was fascinated with every aspect. I could probably watch grass grow and be entertained by it. It was that marvelous to me. But that being said, none of it disgusted me. Not mushrooms, not bugs, like I've said. And I would try to share that with other people. So Gabriella, who is a close family friend, or was, when I was 2 or 3, she remembers that I found a frog in our pond and decided to grab it and plop it down on her pillow as a nice good morning gift. I thought it was cool. She did not. She did not. Not many people had the same appreciation for nature that I did, but I didn't care. Everything was still so cool, and I didn't let others' opinions inhibit what I thought about the world around me, and my brother didn't either. And he is somebody who I was very, very close to. He is really what emphasized this love of nature and everything. He had something called Asperger's syndrome, and he would sometimes obsess over certain things. First it was the alphabet, then numbers, and the human digestive system. Of course, the next logical gap was for amphibians and reptiles. Why not? And that was a key part of my life when I was growing up, where I wanted to hang out with my brother. So I did, and we had helps if you have similar interests and if you're not a girly girl, you know. But it's really because of him that I have a greater appreciation for the world around me. And truly, I owe him everything for making me love and appreciate everything. I say that so much, but I mean it. But as much as I loved everything in nature, I loved helping the people I cared about even more. I always really liked the idea of helping people. So I started out with my friends because, of course, they're some of the most important people in my life. And I would do anything in my power to help those I loved, even when it cost me my mental health. And I've always been the type of person to put somebody else's needs and wants above my own, especially with how I grew up with my brother and everything, since life is kind of centered around him for a good part. But as I grew up, I made some of the best friends I ever had. And it was already ingrained in me to want to help people, but so I would be that friend who would always have an open ear to them. And my friend Danny, who I met through a group chat online, remembers how I would stay up into the red eye hours in the morning, trying to help people, talk people down if they were upset or had something going on. I would try to be there for them. And it felt great to help, though that was only for a short time, because as I grew older and made more friends, different friends, those friends had realer problems. And those realer problems I couldn't help with. I couldn't do anything for them. I could just talk petty words, and I just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere, and it was too much to handle. And it actually caused me to develop some depression, which was astounding considering my life was pretty good beforehand. But I learned almost too much of the world and struggles that some people I had grown to love were experiencing. It just made me sad that I was in my own little bubble thinking I could save the world. And I love my friends dearly, and I always wanted to be for them, but really it ended up costing me my happiness. But I never want to make my friends lose sight of their happiness. See, I wanted to make at least one person laugh a day. That was my goal. And I never claimed to be a comedian, but I would at least try to be the person in the group who would be the source of laughter for my friends. Anybody who knew me would know that I was a very weird kid. Still am, or was, I guess. But I was always there to take part in silliness that had to be off my day. Like, one example would be when I was in my senior year of high school. Friend Chloe remembers this really well. Like, I would do normal, just odd stuff at the lunch table, like yelling whatever, but I could mimic the bell sound, which was this shrill, high-pitched, very obnoxious sound that was atrocious. And of course, I would be the only one to make the sound. Why wouldn't I be? So a couple of times before lunch got out, everybody was packed up, ready to go. I would unleash that ungodly sound, and people would be like, well, I guess it's time to leave, and venture off before the bell even rang. So we're like, cool, everybody's leaving. So then the bell would actually ring, and people would be like, it would be really, really confused, and my friends and I would be the only ones who knew what actually happened, and it was just the best. Like, that was my legacy. And, oh god, nobody found out, so whatever. I guess that legacy died pretty quickly. But, that being said, even in small situations where I'm not pulling pranks and stuff, I would just try to make people around me laugh. I love the idea of bringing happiness to people. I want people to smile and be happy and let them escape whatever they've been going through earlier that day. And doing that really helped me appreciate my friends a lot more, because they really seemed to get me. Like, the people who got my sense of humor, I knew were quality friends that would understand and know me, who I am. That meant the world to me. And really, like, it's a bonus that I got to make people smile and laugh, which was important above all else to me. And it kind of created a little happy bubble around our lives, temporarily, and it made me feel welcome by people. But all fond memories and jokes aside, time's running out here. Battery's close to dying, and I think my base has been compromised. Just to summarize, I was somebody who tried to see the beauty in everything that life had to offer, no matter how small or ugly. I tried to be the best friend I could be for those close to my heart, even though it ended up costing me my happiness in some cases. And I lived to make those same people smile and bring laughter wherever I went, just to make their days a little brighter. So thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart, for watching this recording. I know there's plenty of other things you could be doing right now, like scavenging for supplies or whatever, but you took time to do this, and thank you for letting me try to find some meaning in the life I led, to this life I'm soon probably going to leave behind. But in the world I'm abandoning, I hope that you'll find beauty in everything, strength in companionship, and humor in everything you do.